In the late 16th century, a group of English settlers embarked on a perilous journey across the Atlantic Ocean, seeking to establish a new life in the uncharted wilderness of the New World. Their destination was Roanoke Island, off the coast of present-day North Carolina. This colony, however, would become one of the greatest mysteries in American history. A settlement that vanished without a trace, leaving behind only cryptic clues and unanswered questions that have puzzled historians for centuries. The founding of the Roanoke colony. The story begins in 1587, when a group of around 115 English men, women and children, led by Governor John White, arrived at Roanoke Island under the charter of Sir Walter Raleigh. They aimed to establish a permanent English foothold in the Americas, following a failed attempt by a previous expedition in 1585. The settlers built homes and sought to cultivate the land, but they soon faced hardships, including dwindling supplies, harsh environmental conditions, and increasing tensions with the indigenous tribes in the region. The relationship between the settlers and the Native American tribes was complex. While some tribes, such as the Croatoans, were relatively friendly and willing to trade, others viewed the newcomers with suspicion and hostility. The settlers' presence disrupted existing alliances and resources, exacerbating tensions in an already fragile ecosystem. Additionally, the unfamiliar climate and terrain posed significant challenges, making it difficult for the settlers to establish self-sufficiency. Governor White had little choice but to sail back to England to procure more supplies and reinforcements, leaving behind his family and fellow colonists. Before departing, White instructed the settlers that if they were to leave the settlement in his absence, they should carve their intended destination into a tree or post. The delayed return, White's return to Roanoke, was delayed by the outbreak of war between England and Spain, which diverted resources and attention to the conflict. The Spanish Armada, which threatened England in 1588, made travel across the Atlantic perilous and postponed White's relief efforts. It was not until 3 years later, in 1590, that he finally managed to make his way back to the colony. Upon his arrival, he was met with an eerie silence. The settlement was deserted. No sign of struggle or human life remained. The only clue left behind was a single word carved into a wooden post: Croatoan. This cryptic message hinted at a possible relocation to Croatoan Island, now known as Hatteras Island, located south of Roanoke. However, adverse weather and other obstacles prevented White from conducting a thorough search, and he was forced to return to England without ever uncovering the fate of his colony. The mystery of Roanoke had begun. Theories and speculation. Over the centuries, theories have abounded regarding the settlers' disappearance. Some historians believe they assimilated with the local Croatoan tribe, adopting their customs and way of life. Archaeological findings of European artifacts among indigenous sites lend some credence to this theory, suggesting that the colonists may have sought refuge with friendly tribes to survive. Others speculate that they perished due to starvation, disease, or conflict with hostile tribes. The region was fraught with dangers, including unpredictable weather, unfamiliar terrain, and the difficulty of establishing agriculture in an unfamiliar environment. Famine and outbreaks of illness could have easily decimated the small colony. More sensational theories have also emerged, ranging from supernatural explanations to conspiracies involving secret Spanish attacks meant to undermine English colonization efforts. Some have even suggested the involvement of alien abductions or mystical forces within the untamed wilderness, though such ideas are largely considered fictional. Modern investigations and discoveries. Despite numerous investigations and expeditions, the mystery of the lost colony of Roanoke remains unsolved. Modern archaeological efforts continue to uncover new evidence, such as European pottery shards, and structural remnants on nearby islands. Advances in DNA analysis have even raised the possibility of tracing the lineage of Native American tribes to determine if intermarriage occurred with the lost settlers. In recent years, researchers have explored newly discovered maps and historical documents that may provide further insight into the settlers' movements and possible relocation sites. Satellite imaging and ground-penetrating radar have also been utilized to scan the landscape for hidden clues. The recent discovery of what could be the remains of English-style structures on Hatteras Island has reignited interest in the theory that the settlers integrated with the Croatoan people. Cultural impact and popular depictions. The mystery of Roanoke has inspired countless books, films, and television series, reflecting humanity's fascination with the unknown. The word Croatoan has appeared in various pop culture references, from horror films to science fiction novels, symbolizing unresolved mysteries and lost civilizations. The story of Roanoke has also influenced American folklore, with some tales suggesting ghostly apparitions and curses linked to the lost colony. The idea that the settlers left behind spiritual remnants has fueled supernatural legends, further embedding Roanoke into popular imagination. The enduring legacy. To this day, the fate of the Roanoke colony captures the imagination of historians, archaeologists, and storytellers alike. The mystery of Roanoke stands as a testament to the hardships and uncertainties faced by early explorers and colonists in the New World. Ultimately, the lost colony serves as a sobering reminder of the perils faced by early settlers and the formidable challenges of establishing a new life in an unfamiliar and often hostile world. The unanswered questions surrounding their disappearance continue to fuel curiosity and speculation, ensuring that the mystery of Roanoke endures for generations to come. While the ultimate fate of the Roanoke colonists may never be known, their story remains an enduring symbol of the courage and perseverance of those who ventured into the unknown, shaping the narrative of early American history.